At the end of the day, it's just what happens at the end of the night. I'm not in there to try and knock Jake out in 10 seconds or 8 rounds. I'm going to go in there and do a job. I'm going to want to hurt him. You know, I'm going to want to really hurt him in the ring. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm here to do.
The atmosphere was already electric, but no one expected Jake Paul to pull this move. Today's press conference between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua wasn't just about hype, it turned into a full-blown psychological battle. Jake walked in determined to flip the energy in the room, and somehow, he managed to catch AJ off guard. Not with force, but with mind games. Let's break it down. The moment everyone's talking about came when Jake Paul suddenly stepped up to Anthony Joshua in the middle of the press conference. Fast, aggressive, and confident, looking like he was about to swing. But let's be honest, Jake knew security would intervene. He knew Joshua wouldn't react with cameras everywhere. He knew he was protected, and that's exactly why he did it.
Step back a little bit. Guys, step back.
This wasn't a real attack. It wasn't a genuine ambush. Jake Paul wasn't charging at Anthony Joshua with violent intent, because let's be real, AJ is an Olympic gold medalist who would dismantle Jake in seconds if that were the case. This was pure psychological warfare, straight out of Jake Paul's playbook. And for a brief moment, AJ looked genuinely surprised. Not scared, but confused. Like he was thinking, is this guy actually serious right now?
I think Jake Paul had a big realization when he did that face-to-face of AJ.
How big you are. Yeah. I think it was a real...
When he looked at AJ's chest and he actually looked up, it was so much Rocky Balboa, Ivan Drago. It was that.
It was that real come to Jesus moment where it's like, oh wow, you are bigger than you look in those pictures.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sure he must have went leaving that press conference thinking, I am so glad I'm getting well paid.
Then came the face-off at the press conference, and in person, the size difference was shocking. AJ looked like a tank, while Jake looked like an influencer standing next to a Greek statue. Joshua wasn't just taller. He was wider, thicker, heavier, stronger, everything.
I'm knocking this guy out, becoming the CEO of Matchroom Boxing and changing the plans, and it's going to be me versus Tyson Fury next year.
Yeah, if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to break his face, I'm going to break his body up, I'm going to stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality, and I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete. I'm here to prove myself that I'm the better fighter, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do that until I finish fighting.
But Jake kept talking. He kept smiling. He kept selling the idea that he was going to expose Anthony Joshua, which sounds insane. Let's be real. Jake Paul claiming he's going to expose an Olympic champion like AJ might be one of the most delusional statements ever made at a press conference.
I think the first head-to-head that they had where Jake Paul's like looking up and then looking down, I think like that's when it dawned on him like, what am I doing here? Eddie's belief, whether you subscribe to Eddie's views on this, is that he genuinely believes that Jake Paul doesn't know what he's walking into, doesn't seem to have a regard for what he's walking into, is slightly deluded about it, thinks that Anthony's a bit chinny, and thinks he has a chance in this fight. Now, I don't know about you boys, but unless you've lived under a stone, you know that Anthony Joshua can punch. The only debate about Anthony Joshua is not the physicality of Anthony Joshua, it's the psychology of him. There's going to be no psychological damage to Anthony Joshua when he walks in against Jake Paul. This has jeopardy written all over it, doesn't it?
Jake Paul, though, is actually deluded enough to believe that if he gets inside that he's got...
Is he?
He must be, Simon, otherwise the fight wouldn't be going ahead. He truly believes that he can win this fight. It's like, he doesn't realise that there's levels to this game.
I mean, he's stupid in a good way, but I'm actually praising him. He's stupidly deluded in the fact that he thinks he can do anything. That's probably why he's successful as he is. I think with Jake Paul at the moment, though, you've started, so you've got to finish. He's put the bluff on. I think the first head-to-head that they had where Jake Paul's like looking up and then looking down, I think like that's when it dawned on him like, what am I doing?
But that's what makes Jake Jake. He believes every word he says. And the wildest part? You can see it in his eyes. He isn't joking. He genuinely believes he has something Anthony Joshua has never faced before.
You know, for me, in my opinion, I think it's scripted a little bit because, you know, of the weight difference, and, you know, Joshua is a former champion. And also, he's current, he's active, and this is going to be the first time that we see Paul, fighting an active fighter. We seen the Mike Tyson, that was all fun, that was cute, it's fun and games and stuff, but now you're dealing with a real professional, and so we'll see how it ends up. Like I said, I think it's scripted, but, we're going to see. At the end of the day, I just want everybody to have fun. I want them to enjoy themselves because we risk our lives for others' entertainment, and just go home safely to be able to have memories and say we did a great job.
Thank you. Let's get a bomb squad to end.
One of the biggest surprises was Deontay Wilder being in the building. Watching Jake and AJ face off, Wilder could immediately tell something didn't add up. He genuinely believes this fight might be scripted, and it's easy to see why. The size difference is absurd. Wilder himself couldn't wrap his head around how a fighter built like Jake could be sanctioned to face someone built like Anthony Joshua.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. I don't think I've spoken to you about this fight. Just, what do you make of it a week out?
On a personal level, I don't think that the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight should be happening. That's just on my personal level. For health and safety reasons.
He said this matchup looks like something that would only happen if boxing was chasing spectacle, because in his eyes it's a mismatch on every possible level, and nearly every other professional agrees.
You spoke about it with Jim McKenzie, but what about the risk for Jake Paul? Are people not talking about what he's going to go into and what he could potentially come out as because of the dangers that Anthony Joshua poses as a heavy hitter and a heavyweight?
At least he can park his fucking Bugatti on the handicap side now if he gets injured. Listen, Jake Paul be alright. AJ's gonna lay him out. He's got enough money to be fucking pushing a wheelchair for the rest of his life, so that's okay.
Would you be disappointed or annoyed if the fight went the distance given AJ's accolades in the sport?
If Anthony Joshua goes 8 rounds with that guy, I'll be pissed off. Do you understand? Yeah? AJ should not go 8 rounds with that guy. AJ should go in there and fucking knock him out. Yeah? That is as simple as. If AJ try to go in there fucking 8 rounds, we got a problem in boxing. That is it. We don't want AJ to go in there and fuck around. Yes, go there and fucking lay him out. But knowing AJ's gonna fucking knock him out.
But do you think AJ might think like, look, I know he's not as good as me, so I might just take it a bit easy and, give people a show.
If he goes past 3-4 rounds, we're turning off the Netflix.
What about Terence Crawford and the belts? He's been vocal about the situation regarding the belts and the sanction fees. What do you think about that?
He's right. Why should the WBC take 300,000 of him? For what reason? What reason do they have the right to take his money away from him like that?
Their argument is that they've helped build him up with the WBC title. He's been in all his fights. They agreed a percentage, but Terence Crawford didn't want to pay it. That's their argument.
But half of the time, how much were they taking? Do you understand? You have to understand this.
Then Derek Chisora stepped in and delivered what might have been the most savage take of the entire day. Chisora said Jake Paul would be just fine, even if he ended up being wheeled around for the rest of his life after the fight, because Jake has the money to afford full-time care.
Well, the WBC, how many WBC belts are there now? There's so many. Yeah? There's so many fucking belts. We don't even know which ones are fucking important, bro. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There's so fucking many belts. Everybody can have a 10 fight and be fucking retired and say, I won for WBC African world champion. What the fuck is that? There's only one fucking world champion, one belt that was there, the WBC. Yeah, there should be, all the belts should be there. Yeah, but anything else below that, fuck that, man.
Last thing, Usyk versus Wilder. If that fight does happen, what do you think about it?
Who's paying for it? Let me know.
Not Usyk versus Fabio Wardley.
Usyk versus Fabio Wardley.
But Chisora didn't stop there. He added that if this fight lasts longer than 2 rounds, he's turning off Netflix. He's done watching. In his view, Jake simply shouldn't survive that long against someone like Anthony Joshua.
Obviously, a lot of people going into this fight, they were expecting quite a demolition job from Anthony Joshua. You expect him saying like a round,
whenever he wants. I mean, I don't think AJ's not the kind of guy that's going to start kind of messing around and doing 3 or 4 rounds. And you know, you get some people go, yeah, I bet there's something in the contract where it's like, don't be ridiculous. I mean, you know, I wouldn't even allow that, let alone AJ. He's going to go in there and he's going to do a job on it. We don't play around in boxing. It's not the sport to play around and start doing rounds. No, we're going to go out there. Obviously, AJ hasn't boxed for 14 months, but you know, I don't know. People say if it goes past 1 round, AJ's a joke. So, oh, blimey, okay, can we have 2 rounds? But I expect it to go.
People online quickly started speculating: is there something in the contract? Are they making AJ drag this out? Is this supposed to be some kind of long fight for entertainment? The rumors began to spread like wildfire. That's when Eddie Hearn stepped in and shut them down immediately. According to Hearn, there's no contract trick, no drag it out for entertainment clause, no stage drama. AJ is going in there to put Paul on the canvas. He isn't there to play games.
By AJ, by knockout, brutal knockout. Nakisa is making a big mistake putting Jake Paul in a fight like this because he's gonna want to see him get hurt. I mean, these guys are going for the money, where really, you know, he has a life after boxing as well. Let's hope he comes out the ring in one piece.
Could I ask you individually, why are they doing this? So start with AJ, why is he doing this?
AJ, if I was AJ, I'd do the same thing, because at the end of the day, you're fighting a YouTuber, and why not? I mean, getting paid millions and millions of pounds. And why is Jake doing? Jake's just doing it for probably the fan following. Maybe he wants to get the boxing audience. But look, who knows? I mean, anything can happen in boxing. 1 punch can change the fight, but I just don't think he has that 1 punch to change the fight. Just does Jake Paul.
Amir Khan also weighed in, warning that Jake's team seems more focused on the payday than on his actual safety. He emphasized that AJ isn't a YouTuber or a gimmick opponent. He's a legitimate heavyweight who can inflict serious damage. To Khan, Jake's camp might be chasing him, but they're overlooking the real risk Jake is stepping in.
You think he can win? I think it's a possibility. No one is knocking Jake Paul currently. You've seen him in the ring, you can see that he's got some knockout power, and I also believe people don't look at Joshua Washington fight, and I don't think it's going to be as big of a landslide as people feel. So like there's an overhand right that could easily land, and I wouldn't predict that Joshua's chin can match that. The problem is that all of the pressure's on Joshua. So Jake Paul, if he gets knocked out in 12 seconds, he should get knocked out. The problem is, as soon as Joshua starts taking damage, all of a sudden he's thinking, the world is watching me, I'm a professional fighter, and I'm getting beat up a YouTuber. All of the pressure is in Joshua, and that's a lot that we are about. You can't deny that Jake Paul has power. I think it's one of his only attributes. I think he's a very poor boxer, but what he does have is a weird technique where you do know he's got power. He's knocked people out. Joshua has all of the world looking at him thinking you should walk him over. If he gets 2 rounds, 3 rounds inside, I think Joshua loses.
Now, here's the twist. Kubrat Pulev, a fighter who's actually faced AJ in the ring, believes there's a chance Jake could win. Yes, Pulev, a former heavyweight world title challenger who felt Joshua's power firsthand, said, "This is boxing. Anything can happen, including Jake Paul knocking out Anthony Joshua." His point was simple. AJ has been dropped before. He's human. 1 punch can change everything. It shocked people because Pulev is the last person you'd expect to give Jake hope, but he did. And suddenly, many fans started agreeing.
He can win. I think it's a possibility. No one is backing Jake Paul currently. You've seen him in the ring, you can see that he's got some knockout power, and I also believe people don't look at Joshua's last few fights, and I don't think it's going to be as big of a landslide as people feel. I feel like there's an overhand right that could easily land, and I wouldn't predict that Joshua's chin can match that. The problem is that all of the pressure's on Joshua at the moment. So Jake Paul, if he gets knocked out in 12 seconds, he should get knocked out. The problem is, as soon as Joshua starts taking damage, all of a sudden he's thinking, the world is watching me, I'm a professional fighter, and I'm getting beat up a YouTuber. All of the pressure is in Joshua, and that's a loss that we are, man. You can't deny that Jake Paul has power. I think it's one of his only attributes. I think he's a very poor boxer, but what he does have is a weird technique where you don't know what
he's got power. How do we know he's got power?
He's knocked people out. Joshua has all of the world looking at him thinking you should walk him over. If it gets 2 rounds, 3 rounds inside, I think Joshua loses.
Johnny Nelson took a different approach. He said Jake simply cannot beat AJ under any circumstances. It's absurd to think otherwise. But he added that Joshua shouldn't just walk in and blast him out in 20 seconds. Instead, Nelson suggested AJ should break Jake down, hurt him slowly, and make him question whether he even belongs in the sport. A lesson that could make Jake rethink boxing forever. Meanwhile, Gareth A. Davies offered an interesting perspective. He argued that the real pressure is on AJ, not Jake, because everyone expects a knockout, everyone expects dominance, and everyone expects AJ to win easily. AJ has to deliver, and this expectation has been echoed by many experts before.
Do you think you're gonna knock him out? Yeah, 100%. I see holes in his game where I can land a big shot. Okay. 100%. It's gonna be a very, 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 very tough fight.
Do you think this is your hardest opponent?
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I'm just outgunned in every category.
Logan, what do you think about him fighting Anthony Joshua?
I think it's insane.
Yeah,
I think it's insane. But there's a reason why he's Jake Paul, and like this is
what he does.
Yeah, like.
Now here's the truth. No matter how delusional Jake sounds, no matter how surely Jake will get knocked out, you have to respect him. He's stepping into a ring with Anthony Joshua, one of the most dangerous heavyweight punchers of the modern era.
Jake is fine, AJ.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to give him props. Fair play, Jake. That's a big fight. I mean, AJ should knock him out.
It is a weird one. Like, am I just being stupid? Like, is he not just going to wing it?
AJ by Soap being dropped in prison. AJ by brutal Bonnie Bluesy. AJ by just something vile.
Him even stepping up to fight AJ.
AJ 2-time heavyweight world champion. It's no joke.
Gareth also noted that AJ didn't sound like himself, almost as if the weight of expectation was pressing on him. But he confirmed one thing: Anthony Joshua is taking this fight extremely seriously. Full camp, full sparring, complete preparation, as if he's facing a top-tier heavyweight. That alone should terrify Jake, because AJ isn't here to play games. After the press conference, Jake Paul sat down for interviews, and this might be the craziest part of the story. He wasn't trolling. He was dead serious when he said he could beat Anthony Joshua. According to Jake, he has the strategy, the IQ, the timing, and the punch to shock the world. Everyone else sees it as delusion, but to Jake, it makes perfect sense. He believes he's on the same level as these elite heavyweights. Even though AJ is bigger, more skilled, and more experienced, Jake still believes he can pull it off. And that belief, whether real or delusional, is exactly what makes him so dangerous in the ring.
The Joshua thing was crazy. Is that a real conversation? Jake's a fucking lunatic, and it's probably real. I saw Joshua knock out Francis Ngannou. The guy was like out cold for 5 minutes, and this is a guy who never been knocked down, literally knocked out. If he steps in the ring with him, and actually a bell rings and there are punches thrown, every bit of Jake Paul is not a real boxing conversation is gone.
Here's the truth. No matter how delusional Jake sounds, no matter how certain everyone is that he'll get knocked out, you have to respect him. He's stepping into the ring with Anthony Joshua, one of the most dangerous heavyweight punchers of the insanity, or maybe both. Jake is risking real physical damage, real consequences, real danger. Most influencers would never agree to step into a ring like this. He might get destroyed, but just by walking forward, he's showing serious gut. The whole Joshua situation, absolutely insane.
Just treating the best. It's him coming at Fury. You better learn from the team that beat him twice. The same reason was training with Ben Davison, Tyson's former trainer, to get inside knowledge. And yes, the partnership did not work, but I'm pretty sure you would have picked up some valuable info on Tyson. Will it be enough? I'm not sure, because AJ needs to be mentally right. But I've always said, stylistically, AJ's all wrong for Fury. If Team Usyk can bring out AJ's strengths, get him mentally right, you know, the attacking version of AJ. My mind's not changed. He's a nightmare for Tyson Fury. I also think that AJ is better suited to Usyk's team because they're all about boxing's fundamentals and solid basics. And when I say that, I mean the highest degree.
So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.
But here's the part that truly changes everything. Anthony Joshua is now training under Alexander Usyk's system. Yes, the same Usyk who outboxed, outsmarted, and defeated Joshua twice is now indirectly helping him prepare. This is insane. Joshua has